Hi, I'm Daniel with eTrailer, and today we're going to take a look at and I'm going to show you how to install the EcoHitch on our 2016 Toyota RAV4. Adding a hitch onto your RAV4 is going to be a great idea. It's going to allow you to use a variety of different accessories like a bike rack, cargo carrier, or even a ball mount for a trailer. This hitch looks pretty good on the RAV4. All you can really see is the hitch receiver. Everything else is hidden, and you're still able to put your covers back in place. Now, this is a 2" by 2", which is going to be the average opening for your accessory. Now, you will need a 5/8" pin and clip to secure your accessory. Most of the time when you buy it, it will come with it. Now, I would recommend getting a locking pin just so you have that extra sense of security when you're out on the trail and no one can take your accessory back here. The safety chain loops are a little different on this. As you can see, they're welded on the bottom. Usually they're a loop style, but this one can still accept an S-hook or a clevis style. This hitch has a total weight capacity of 3,500 pounds, and that is going to be the trailer plus whatever is packed inside of it. Now, the total tongue weight is going to be 525 pounds, and that is the amount of weight pushing down on the hitch receiver. So that's good to know for accessories like bike racks or cargo carriers. Now I'll go ahead and give you a couple measurements. So from the ground to the top of the inside of the hitch receiver is going to be 12 3/4, and that's going to be good to know if you have any longer accessories. You want to make sure those don't bottom out when you're going up a steep hill. Now the next measurement is from the center of the hitch pin to the outside of your bumper, and that's going to be about 6 inches. So that's going to be good to know. If you have any folding accessories like a bike rack, you want to make sure that doesn't hit your bumper when you have that folded. Now, as far as the install goes, this is a pretty easy install. It's just a bolt-on application. But if you don't have the time or tools to do this yourself, then check out our dealer locator and we can find a professional in your area to get this done for you. But if you're looking to do it yourself, follow along and I'll walk you through it. First up, we're going to remove these 2 panels from the back of the vehicle. I'm just going to a small flathead screwdriver, stick it in the fastener, just give it a twist. Now I got a trim panel tool to pull that core out, and then I can get the whole thing out. Now I'll go around and do this with all of our fasteners. And once you've gotten all those removed, you can set this to the side for now, and I'll do that same process with the other one. On the driver's side, there's going to be another shroud that's around your tow hook. So there's going to be similar fasteners. I'm going to take these out. There's going to be one more fastener. It's going to be a plastic nut closer to the front of the vehicle. I'm just going to use a 10mm socket and get this removed. And with that removed, I'll pull this down and set this to the side. We can take this tow hook down. I got a 17mm socket. I'll remove these 2 bolts. Next up, we can lower this exhaust, but before we do that, we want to secure it in some way. So I just got a strap. I'm going to go somewhere on the frame, pull this tight, and if you're doing this on the ground, you can use a box or a jack stand or whatever you have lying around. There's going to be 2 rubber isolators we'll remove, and you can use a soapy water solution, spray it in there to lube it up, but I have some spray lubricant I'm going to hit this with. Pop that one off. The keyless entry antenna is going to be located on the back near the bumper. It's going to be almost in the middle. I'm going to use a 10mm ratcheting wrench and get 2 bolts off of the bracket so this will come down. Now we can remove the bracket from the antenna. I just got a Phillips head screwdriver. I'm going to remove these 2. And we're not going to be reinstalling this bracket either. And I'm going to get this out of our way for now for when we put the hitch up, but later on we'll secure it better. There's some weld nuts on the frame here. We're going to use the rearmost and then the forwardmost. And I'm going to use just some spray silicone, spray it in there, take a wire brush and clean out those threads, because a lot of gunk can get built up in there and sometimes rust. And once I've done that, I'll take a bolt from our kit. I'll get that threaded in. And using a 19mm socket, I'll just make sure that goes in and out nicely. Now we can cut our rear fascia so the hitch can slide up more easily. Now there is specs and instructions on what to cut these at, but what I did was I just measured between these 2 points in the middle and got where I need it cut. So now I'll use an oscillator and get this cut out. you can use a knife or a file to clean some of these edges up. And now we can lift our hitch into place. Before we lift it up, I'll show you how the hardware is going to go in. So you're going to have your bolt, you're going to have your locking washer, you're going to have your small flat washer, and then your large flat washer. I got Aiden over there helping me lift this into place. Might have to pull back fascia, get it to go up. Now I will thread my bolt in place. And once you got one on either side, that'll hold the weight of it, and you can get the rear ones in later. The hitch does have some side-to-side movement, so you want to make sure it's centered within that cut you made. Once it is, I'm going to tighten all our hardware down. Now I'm going to torque these down to the specs and the instructions, and if you don't have a torque wrench at home, you can usually rent one from your local auto parts store, or you can buy one from us at eTrailer. Now you can put this driver's side trim piece back on, but I did cut it up and install it, and I noticed it is going to rattle a bit because we are losing that attachment point. So I decided it's best just to remove it entirely. And the sensor is going to be put back with some stick and loop. They give you some in your kit. It's just got a sticky backing. I'm going to put it on the hitch and just press this firmly against that. And there we go. And that just about does it for the look at the EcoHitch on our 2016 Toyota RAV4.